Entrepreneurs Channel TV, rewriting Africa's story through enterprise Amazons. We promote women in business. We showcase women in business.
Entrepreneurs Channel TV, creating a platform of expression for every woman.
My name is Bolanle Emmanuel, the Trade Promotion Advisor, Nigerian Export Promotion Council. Our office is here in Ibadan, State Secretariat, Ministry of Trade, Room 14. What we do here is to promote non-oil exports in Oyo State. You know, Nigeria is diversifying from dependence on oil to non-oil. And Oyo State particularly is blessed with a lot of products that could be exported to other parts of the world. Today's program on arts and crafts basically is to ensure that the participants in the arts and crafts sector, they have the requisite skills to be able to produce internationally accepted products to compete with other products outside the world. Oyo State is highly blessed with a lot of things, like I said, but particularly those in the arts and crafts, they are doing very well. You can see from the pictures on display that they have good products, but we want these products to meet standards, and that is why we have called on them to come and display their products. Basically, most of the participants are women. They are women because we know that they are doing a lot to support the families. They are doing a lot to put food on the table. And for their efforts to be adequately rewarded so that they are not underpaid for all the efforts they put in place to make their products. That is why we have this program to ensure that they have the basic knowledge, the international standards that they should meet so that their products can be acceptable. Apart from this training program that we are offering, NEPC has other programs for women to be able to ensure that they meet the same goal, reaching the international market.
Good morning, everyone. I'm happy to see you all here. This is an exciting opportunity for me to come and share within my own space and in my own town. Okay, so I'll just briefly introduce myself. My name is Femi Olayemi, and I make bags. Basically, that is what I have a passion for doing. That is what I have been doing for the last 29 years. So I guess there's a reason why I have quite a bit of experience in this field. But I will very quickly say that the experience doesn't just drop like that. You make it happen. When I was invited to speak, I was asked, what do I want to speak about? And I said, well, I think that really the most important thing to talk about is branding, packaging, and knowing how to distinguish your product within the marketplace. And when I talk about the marketplace, I mean a very crowded marketplace. Everybody is selling within a certain marketplace. How do you distinguish your product within that marketplace? So of course I was going to start with myself, my stories, my brand, and how I think that I have been able to do this with the help of God, of course. Now, I've gone around, I've seen products, I've seen the way that the products have been arranged on the tables, and I have a lot to say about the way products have been arranged at the tables. I have not prepared anything formally because I want this to be as informal as possible. However, when you are trying to enter the marketplace, you want to be distinguished through your products. Immediately I saw quantity. What I saw was quantity. And I just want to very quickly say that it is really not about quantity, it is more about quality. So if, for example, someone here, if you don't mind me, can I please rearrange this person's products? Whose products are these? Yours, okay. Can I just ask you to, okay, so I'm an onlooker, and I see these bags, right? It doesn't say much to me because they're all jumbled up together. So when you go for an exhibition, I think that you need to do it in such a way that it's better you take 6 bags or 10 bags, very few bags that will stand out so that I will be attracted to that table. But you've jumbled it up. This, you understand what I mean. So I would like you to please go and rearrange that. And I say that because I think we need to give practical examples. So I'm not talking by the book, I'm just saying these are the things that matter to us. So however beautiful the bags may be, once they've not been well arranged or well packaged, there's nothing going to draw your attention to that space. Then, so I'm going to start with the logo, right? How do we distinguish ourselves in the marketplace? There's several things that we can use to distinguish ourselves. This is all about packaging, by the way. And when I say packaging, packaging is everything from the way you dress, from the way you look, from the way you walk, from the way you talk to your customer, from the way you package your products, from the way you speak, the language that you speak to your customer, from the way your social media page looks. Everything is about packaging. Everything. So it is very, very important that we're very conscious of how we package ourselves and how we package our products. So I'll come back to that. Your name, the name of your brand. I would like maybe 6 people to just quickly tell me what they do. Then I saw there's a brand back there who makes very nice things. Her. What's the name of your brand?
Boom Fashion.
Sorry?
Boom Fashion.
Boom Fashion.
Yes.
Okay. Now, why did you add fashion to the end of it? It's really not necessary. But if you had said, what's the name of your brand? My brand is Boom. I will remember that. And I know the reason why you added fashion. You added fashion because you want people, who is Boom now? Nobody knows who Boom is. You're Boomy Abi, so you're like, no. Okay, I'm just assuming that that's where you got the name. Okay, so you have added fashion to the name. Fashion is such a generic term, right? So once you begin to build a brand and people begin to know your name, very gently remove the word fashion. So what's your brand name? My brand name is Boom. Trust me. 1 month down the line, people are going to remember that name. So your name matters. So I'd like to hear a few more names. Let's be quick about this. A few more names. Don't be shy, yo. Opportunity. She what? You see? Boom Fashion. She please fashion. Oh yeah, another fashion. Sorry? Oge's fashion. Ilode. What else? Any more fashions? Sorry? Ame Prince. Abeni Prince. Okay, that works. Okay. But what I'm trying to say is we should avoid generic names in our brand names. Do you know why? Do you know why the international world has gone way beyond us? Because they are not just building a product, they are building brands. And if we don't take anything away today, I want us to please take that away. That you must expend as much energy building your products as you are building your brand. Can anybody tell me the difference between a brand and a product? Can anybody here tell me, do you understand what I'm saying about brands and about products? You want to talk? Go on.
The brand is who is carrying products. And your products is what you sell, but your brand is what is who is marketing products.
Who agrees with her? Who agrees with her? Go on.
The brand is like the signature of the product. Why the product is like the material you're producing. So the brand is like a signature.
Okay. So I think she's nearer what a brand really is. So a product, very, very simply, a product is this thing, right? A product is this thing. So it's something tangible, something you can touch, something you can see. A brand is something you cannot touch. A brand is something called, it's an identity. It's an emotion. It's not something you can see, you know, but it's something you can feel. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if, let's use Coca-Cola as an example, right? Coca-Cola, when you think of Coca-Cola, what do you immediately see? What do you see? What color do you see? You see red. What does that mean? That means they have branded their product, they've branded their organization, they've branded everything about them. And when you think of Coke, you think red. Not only do you think red, you can already also see the logo. Can you not? You know, with the C and then the squiggle at the bottom of the Coke. So the name of your brand is very important. Make it short and sharp and use it as much as you can, you know, so that people begin to recognize that brand. So you use it on marketing materials, you use it everywhere. What's your name? I'm this. I'm the CEO of Boom, right? And that resonates more with people. And then your logo is also very important. So I think that I haven't seen many logos here. I saw one actually, and I thought that was interesting. There's an N there. Who owns those products?
Entrepreneurs Channel TV, Africa's first gender-based television service. Yes, at Entrepreneurs Channel TV, our primary responsibility is promoting women entrepreneurs in West African countries. We also support women's well-being, share women's knowledge on a variety of subjects and topics, passions and opinions. Entrepreneurs Channel TV is on Intelsat 20. Our satellite coverage is within Africa, Europe, Middle East, Asia, North and South America. Opportunities abound for women-owned micro to small businesses, corporate bodies and organizations, and also government parastatals. For inquiries and advert placements, contact 0705 5053 843. Entrepreneurs Channel TV, rewriting Africa's story through enterprise Amazons.
You own those products. Can you please pick up the red bag? Yes. So I saw that, and as soon as I saw it, I thought of Nespresso. Who knows Nespresso, the brand? Nespresso is a coffee brand. So when you have time, I would like you to just go into Nespresso. I don't know, I can't remember what the Nespresso brand really looks like. But for me to think Nespresso, that means it must be very similar. So in creating logos, invest. And when I say invest, in fact, you need to invest in everything that you do. It is so important because once I asked somebody yesterday at a panel, I said, where do you want to be in 2 years' time? And she said, I want to be a creative director. I was just sharing with my sister, Tinuke of Datina. I said she wants to be a creative director. What does that mean? It really doesn't mean anything. But what that means is that she's not expecting that in 2 years' time, she wants to have a strong brand. If I was asked that question, I would say, I want my brand to be recognizable all over the country. I want it to have gone beyond the shores of Nigeria. I want my brand to be everywhere. I want you, when you say Femi, in fact, guess what I'm doing now? Because I believe, okay, so I own a brand called Femi Handbags. I don't know if anybody knows the brand Femi Handbags. Okay, so I own a brand called Femi Handbags. And the reason I use handbags when I created that was because I thought Femi is such a common name, but I wanted to use my name. And so what did I do? I went to a mentor, and we need to make a habit of asking questions. And I went to a mentor and I said, you know what, I want to use my name, Femi. I said, but nobody will know me. When you say Femi, he said, oh, that's a short and sharp name. In fact, it sounds Italian. I was like, oh, really? Anyway. So I said, can I just use handbags for now? And he said, okay, if I insist. So that's how I became Femi handbags. But guess what? Over the past year, I have been using my logo without the handbags and slowly removing the handbags, so that there will come a time when you say Femi and you put it by a bag, you know that it is Femi handbags. So again, I can understand why a lot of people are using fashion, prints, and all those generic terms. But if you want to build a strong brand, Gucci doesn't have Gucci handbags. Chloe doesn't have Chloe handbags. LV doesn't have, Louis Vuitton doesn't have Louis Vuitton handbags. So what do they have? They have strong brand identities. And so I guess that one of the reasons I was probably invited was because I have a very strong brand identity. But it's not something that happens overnight. You have to build it. You have to be consistent. You have to have a logo that the moment I see your logo, I don't even need to see your product. And then the reverse is you also have to build a product that is distinguishable from the marketplace. I make bags, so I can only talk about what I do. And I have found that there are so many bag makers and designers who are not taking the time to research properly. You guys think it's a waste of time. It is not a waste of time. So when we get on Instagram, Facebook, and we're following all those people and looking at what they're wearing and what shoes, and what party they're going to, and everybody's looking at David O with his 200 and how much did he give out now? That is not what matters. What matters is you are learning. Let every moment be a learning experience for you. I am constantly, even after 29 years, I am learning. It's not a joke. Mrs. Smith was just telling me how she stays up at night to finish assignments, to do courses. We've got to do that. We have to consistently, continually learn, because if we don't, we will always remain average. Who wants to be average? Nobody. We cannot step out. You cannot be different. You cannot differentiate yourself if you're doing what everybody else does. So if I walk around this room today, I don't know which one of you I will get into my car with and remember. The reason is this, because everybody's practically doing the same thing. What I need you to also do is research. And when I say research, go on the web. We have Google at our fingertips. First of all, what product are you trying to build? And then when you know the product you're trying to build, who do I want to be selling to? Who is my audience? If you decide that you want to sell to everybody, that's not a problem. That means you're at the mass market level. But if you decide, no, I don't want to sell to everybody, I want to build a niche for myself, there's nothing wrong with that. So what I have done is, over the years, build a niche for myself. And when I say a niche, not everybody can buy the bags. It's actually not by force. So do not be afraid to also price well. I'm saying a lot of things, but the product matters. So in terms of building a product, before you begin to build that product, you need to ask yourself, who am I selling to? Who is my audience? How much am I going to sell this product? Who is going to buy from me? How do you get to that point where you know exactly who's going to buy from you? It's research. Is that not research? You start asking questions, you start putting the product in the hands of a few people, you start getting their reaction, because it is from people's reaction that you will learn a lot. I remember many years back, I used to make everything. Everything. From toy mat, from toy bag to laundry hamper. I made everything. So I was also lost in a mire of products, because I was also struggling to learn, to discover myself. But I knew for a certainty that one day I will be able to pick the wheat from the chaff. I'll be able to know who I really am. Please do not pretend to be who you are not. Please don't let another person come and tell you, in fact, it's when they say, you now go back and you look at that thing and you say, I will show you. It's going to be the best in the market. You need to challenge yourself. So don't look at the competition around you. You are your own competition. Challenge yourself at all times. So I was making everything. And then one day I sat at an event and I was also making denim rucksacks. I was making bags from everything, from faux leather. I only started using leather in 2010 because I became Femi handbags in 2010. And becoming Femi handbags in 2010 was also a discovery. I was trying to say to myself, who am I? I was making conference bags. I was making toy bags. I was making shoe bags. I was making everything. That's how I started 29 years ago. I was making baby bag. I was making everything. And then I had to start asking myself questions. Who am I? When I started going for branding classes, and I was asked, who are you? Who exactly are you? It's not that I am Femi. No. What's that product that you make that I can identify you with? The guy looked at my brochure, he saw toy bag, he saw hamper, he saw bag. Ask yourselves today, who are you? What product are you making? Again, I point to that table and I see products that are very recognizable because they belong to international brands, right? I've seen a Balenciaga, I've seen a Jacquemus. Why must I copy the Balenciaga bag? Going back to that question, who are you? The lady sat beside me and said, she didn't know I was one sitting there. And she said, hey, I had this little red label at the time, which had my word of bags, which is my company. And she said, this person said, she would make rucksack. She put my word of bags, she put MWB, yes. So I had that label, MWB, very distinguished, very pretty label. Then I had another one. Then I'll have a bag for a corporate woman. I put MWB. So I heard her say, Ati bag, Ati rucksack, everything, MWB, you see. I froze. I got up, and I knew that God wanted to teach me a lesson that day. So when people criticize, take the good from the bad. Don't feel, oh, you know what, they're criticizing you for this. Listen to what you can take away, the lesson that you can learn. So what did I do that day? I started thinking, how am I going to distinguish the products that I make with PVC from the products that I make for more corporate women? And my head started working and working. I started researching branding. I read. Because I was even starting at the time when I didn't even have mentors. There was nobody to talk to. You know, today Tinuke and I can be sharing stories. There was no Tinuke then. You know, nobody was doing what I was doing. You know, and that's how I said to myself, okay, so you can actually have two brands. You know, you can have one doing something that is different from another. And so it was in 2010 I decided I was going to distinguish the more up-end bags with the bags, the conference bags, and the mass-produced bags. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, ma'am.
So branding is everything. Packaging is everything.